Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will step into the world of Still Me by Jojo Moyes. Still Me by Jojo Moyes, published in 2018, is the third installment in the beloved Me Before You series. It continues the journey of Louisa Clark as she embraces new opportunities in New York City. This heartwarming novel explores identity, love, and finding one's place in the world while capturing the charm and resilience of its endearing protagonist. Plot summary: Louisa Clark arrives in New York City with a sense of anticipation and a touch of trepidation, ready to begin a new chapter in her life. Leaving behind her small-town English roots and her boyfriend, Sam, she steps into a world of opulence and complexity as the personal assistant to Agnes Gopnik, the much younger and strikingly beautiful second wife of Leonard Gopnik, a wealthy businessman. The Gopniks reside in a grand Manhattan apartment that exudes the weight of tradition, yet beneath its polished surface lies a swirl of tension. Agnes, a Polish immigrant trying to fit into the elite world of New York high society, quickly becomes a figure of both sympathy and frustration for Louisa. While Agnes struggles with feelings of inadequacy and isolation, Louisa becomes her confidant and accomplice, navigating charity events, social obligations, and even subterfuge to protect Agnes from the biting judgment of her husband's social circle. In this new role, Louisa is both an observer and a participant in a lifestyle that alternates between glamour and suffocation. Amid these new experiences, Louisa keeps in touch with Sam, whose steady, practical nature is a stark contrast to the dizzying pace of her life in New York. Their relationship is tested by the physical and emotional distance, as well as the growing distractions in Louisa's world. A chance encounter with Josh Ryan, a man who bears an uncanny resemblance to her late love, will train her, unsettles her further. Josh's charm and familiarity pull Louisa into a whirlwind of memories, forcing her to confront unresolved feelings from her past. As Louisa adjusts to her new life, she forms unlikely connections. Nathan, an old friend from her time caring for Will, works for the Gopniks as well, providing a reassuring presence. A shock, the building's doorman, becomes a source of warmth and wisdom, offering Louisa glimpses into the lives of the building's other residents. These relationships help ground her as she grapples with the challenges of her position. Tensions between Agnes and Leonard intensify, with Agnes feeling increasingly trapped in a life she can neither escape nor fully embrace. Louisa finds herself torn between loyalty to her employer and a growing awareness of the moral compromises required to maintain her role. Throughout her time in New York, Louisa remains determined to live up to Will's advice to live boldly. She embraces the city's vibrancy, exploring its hidden corners, indulging in its culinary delights, and saying yes to new experiences. Yet, this boldness comes at a cost. Her relationship with Sam begins to falter under the strain of miscommunication and misunderstandings. The arrival of a letter from Sam, suggesting they take a break, leaves Louisa reeling, her carefully maintained balance tipping into chaos. A turning point comes when Louisa uncovers a secret that Agnes has been hiding, a secret that, if revealed, could shatter the fragile stability of the Gopnik household. Torn between her growing affection for Agnes and the ethical dilemma of her position, Louisa faces a choice that could have far-reaching consequences. This moral conflict is mirrored in her own life, as she wrestles with questions about her identity, her purpose, and what she truly wants for her future. The pressures of her job, her strained relationship with Sam, and the weight of her past begin to converge, leading Louisa to a moment of clarity. She realizes that living boldly doesn't mean losing herself in the process. It means finding a way to honor her own needs and desires while staying true to her values. Louisa's decision to leave the Gopniks marks a bittersweet farewell to a chapter filled with growth and self-discovery. As she steps away from their gilded world, she carries with her the lessons learned from Agnes's struggles, Leonard's indifference, and her own journey through love and loss. Her departure also signifies a new beginning, a return to her roots, but with a newfound sense of purpose and self-assurance. In the final moments, Louisa embraces the unknown with open arms. She rekindles her connection with Sam, but this time on her own terms, recognizing that their love can only flourish if it allows for mutual growth and independence. As the city's lights shimmer in the distance, she stands ready to face whatever comes next, confident in her ability to navigate life's challenges with courage and heart. That's it for today, but if you're craving more, dive into the Rest of Me Before You series by Jojo Moyes. The details are in the description, or just search on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Jojo Moyes' original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.